Good afternoon, Yankees Nation. I'm Ken, and you're here on The Ugly Truth. This afternoon is going to be our pre-series review with the Baltimore Orioles. I am going to take care of some housekeeping stuff beforehand. Give a shout out to Stephen B and FJ. Thanks for joining the stream. I see that more people are in there that haven't typed anything yet, so I'll give you a shout out when you do. Hey, Nancy. As you know, we have some events planned for today. Today at 7 p.m., I'm going to be on air. I'll be calling the play-by-play for the Orioles Yankees matchup. Normally, Joe would be on at 4 with a pre-game review, but he's not going to be able to make it. He's got some stuff that's tying him up right now, but he will be on for the post game. So right after the game is over with, hop over to NY Yankees Mania and catch Joe. And then 35 to 45 minutes after the game ends, hop over to Late Night Live with Jason Custodio to have a pretty interesting post-game review from him. Plus, you have some additional features like stat manager, a little bit of trivia, a little post-game review from the players and from the manager possibly. So I recommend attending that. And for everybody that's here, if you haven't, please hit the like button, subscribe, and share this channel out. We are currently at 131 subscribers and 19 short of our 150 next milestone. So any help that y'all can provide would be most appreciated. As you know, we have a 3-game set with the Yankees meeting up on the Orioles. And personally, I hate facing the Orioles because it doesn't matter what the stats are. It doesn't matter what the records are. Over the last 3 seasons, the Orioles have given us a hard time. Is it in our heads? I don't know. But after having been beaten down the last 6 out of 7 games, being shut out 3 of those games, you know, I'm not looking forward to this matchup. Hey, John, appreciate you hopping in the stream. Tonight's game is going to be at 7:05 in the Bronx. We're going to be matching up Tomoyuki Sagano versus our ace, Max Fried. Game 2 is going to happen at 1:05 p.m. tomorrow. It's going to be available both on Yes and Masson. Unfortunately for myself and anyone in the Hampton Roads viewing area, Virginia, we're stuck with Masson. And I truly despise listening to their announcers because all they do is trash the Yankees for the entire game. Game 2 is going to have who would be most likely the ace, considered the ace for the Orioles, Zach Eflin, facing up against Clark Schmidt. And Game 3 is going to be a unique one. Game 3 is, hey Dev, welcome to the stream. Game 3 is going to start at 11:35 a.m. on Sunday. It's listed as Roku as the provider for the TV. Not sure exactly how that works. We're going to have Dean Kremer facing up against Will Warren. So, all in all, the pitching matchups are actually fairly comparable to each other. This season, the Yankees have a 43-31 record with being 12 games above 500. The team is in first place in the AL East and has a 2.5 game lead over the Tampa Bay Rays. Out of our last 10 games, we are 4-6. As you know, painfully. Hey, Billy, how's it going? I don't have a good answer for you on the Roku because I actually have it, but it's out in my shop and it tends to run slower than the actual stream. Uh, the Yankees broke a 6 game losing streak yesterday and broke out with 11 hits against the Angels. Uh, had a little bit of situational hitting, some bunting, some hit and runs. It was an unusual game. There were a lot of weird things that I hadn't seen in a lot of years, and certainly not all together at the same time in a singular game. Uh, when the Yankees home record is currently 22-15, which puts it at 59.4% win rate. The team, when it's facing opponents that have an above 500 winning record, we are actually at 23-23, an even 500 split. So not bad, not great. Yeah, Kid Sister's got a good point. Need to increase the efficiency and translate those hits into runs. Absolutely. It's amazing. We got beat 6 games in a row, and our run differential is still plus 101. So that tells you how many runs we scored previously because we went through a 5-day period where we didn't score any more than 2 runs. 3 of those games we didn't score any runs. Uh, hey, Jonathan, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here, brother. Uh, just some info notes for our IL people, the ones that are most pertinent. Uh, I haven't seen it yet. I don't know if you have, Jonathan, but it's anticipated that Luke Weaver is going to be activated before tonight's game. We already sent down a pitcher that was brought up yesterday, so there's an open roster spot. And it should not be an issue for him to return. We placed Yuri Del Santos, one of our long relief bullpen arms, on the 15-day IL with elbow pains. Is it possible that he's facing UCL surgery and a loss for the season? Most definitely. Testing is continuing and more information to follow, hopefully. Marcus Stroman pitched at Somerset on June the 18th. He gave up 3 runs, 2 of them earned. He had 2 hits, 2 base on balls, 4 strikeouts, and threw 55 pitches. So it's looking like he's working his way back up to the major league roster. Anticipate that he will return and all right. Got breaking news from Jonathan. The Dodgers are acquiring left-handed pitcher Zach Penrod in a trade with the Red Sox. He posted a 2.25 ERA in 7 games last season and was recently designated for assignment. So Dodgers are looking to acquire arms because they're very extensive with the injuries that they have this season. Obviously, Marcus Stroman is going to be back on our major league roster. How that's going to affect, I don't know. But I know that we're going to showcase him for a distinct possibility of a trade. It's been reported that there are teams that have inquired about him now that his next year option will not be triggered because he's not going to make 140 innings. His appearance down in Double-A, I mean, he's facing Double-A players, and he did all right. Nothing spectacular to write home about. And the last IL injury note, Luis Hill will throw a live BP session on Saturday. They've got his listed return. It used to be June, early July. Now it's listed as July, August. So they keep pushing it back. They're treating him with kid gloves, and certainly there's a reason for that. They don't want to risk injuring him, and maybe looking for him to fill in, one of our postseason rotation slots. The Yankees have some assets to make trades at the deadline. However, I don't think that they're going to be able to add 2 bullpen arms, a right-handed bat, possible bench support, and a starting pitcher. So and Jonathan, note from him, Stroman needs to be back on the team next week if he could possibly be traded in July. Without a doubt. Not sure what teams would truly be interested in Stroman. He doesn't have any body of work this year, and his body of work for almost half a season was decent, but the back half it was terrible. And when it came to the postseason, he didn't throw one pitch for us, although he was on the roster. This season, the Orioles have a 32-42 record and are currently in 5th place in the division. They're 11 games out of first place, and in their last 10 games, they are 6-4. In their last 2 series, the O's have swept the Angels, guys who came in here and kicked us in the forehead this past week. And they split with Tampa Bay down there at George Steinbrenner Field. So with them playing, with the Orioles playing down there, they've got a feel for the Steinbrenner Field because the dimensions are the same as Yankee Stadium. All right, let's see. Welcome to the stream, Jake. Let's see. Just have a feeling that no one is going to be interested in Stroman. Well, there have been some reports that there are teams that have actually inquired about him. So yeah, I can't see a team giving up anything good. Maybe part of a package, but not by himself. Yeah, I agree, Billy. I don't think that he actually has true innate value by himself, and we're looking at trying to shed. We owe him, I think, roughly about $9 million, and we would probably be willing to eat $4 million to get $5 million off of his off the books, so that it'll enable us to add a little bit more salary. Dropping $5 million on Stroman would actually put us below the Cohen threshold, 3rd level at this time. And last year, our salary was at $316. I anticipate that. Well, it's already been said that Hal's willing to add to that level. So $21 million to bring in some arms and bats is reasonable, especially at the halfway mark. The question is, who are we willing to give up, and how much is it going to cost? The O's road record is 16-23. They're winning about 41% clip, and when they're facing teams that are greater than 500, they are actually 20-30 with a 40% win rate. The Orioles have a run differential of a -76. All right. From Stephen B. Stroman is an innings eater on a wild card team. Value could be as a fifth starter. It's possible. He's certainly not worn out from the time that he's pitched at the major league level this season. So generally, he has a decent first half and starts to tank in the second. So his value might actually be there. And let's see, Jake. Do we think Boone is going to give Stroman an opportunity to start, or will he come out of the pen? I don't think that he would garner any value coming out of the pen. I don't think his stuff Jake interprets very well. I think he's going to be in the rotation. The moves that I think end up getting made is he will fall into the fifth slot of the rotation, and we will send Yarbrough back into the pen as a long reliever, since the loss of De Los Santos has taken away our long relief capability there. We do have Brubaker. He's an untested quantity as far as I'm concerned. He had some rehab starts, but he hasn't had any trigger time at the major league level, and he's conceivably one of the people on the team that has the worst luck on the planet with regard to getting on the field and being injured. The next one being Scott Efros. All right, let's see. Jonathan's got a note. Prior to tonight's game, Yankees reinstate right-handed pitcher Luke Weaver from the 15-day IL. And let's see. Graham, welcome to the stream, brother. Okay. Just thought if we go after he's available, if Stroman is moved, even eating some of his money then could have a net gain with the Peralta money. Okay. Well, that's what I was talking about is an offset quantitative measures. Another note from Jake. Yes, they were saying that he was going to be out 4 to 6 weeks. He took a PRP injection and responded very well. As a matter of fact, within a week of getting that injection, he was able to start throwing. And long and short, he felt a twinge when he was warming up to come into the game. Talked to the bullpen coach, and they shut him down right there. So it might have been a grade 1 strain and not actually a more serious injury. But as you know, the Yankee front office is not fantastic on putting out news with regard to injuries of our players, as their track record has been proven without a doubt. As far as the Orioles are concerned, looking at their IL list, they just put one of their left-handed starting pitchers, Cade Povich, on the 15-day IL as of June the 6th. They've got one of their free agent signings, Tyler O'Neill, one of their outfielders, is on the 10-day IL as of May the 18th. He's got shoulder impingement, and he just started rehabbing it at Norfolk. Jake, they haven't given us a firm date on Heal's return. Uh, on the injury report, it's listed anticipated return. It was June/July. Now it's July/August. So they're treating him with kid gloves, and probably for a reason. All right. Other injuries that they have: Grayson Rodriguez was put on the shelf during spring training with uh, tender elbow. Uh, he is expected to return sometime as of the 16th of June. He's been doing some rehab starts, and don't think we're going to see him this series, but that may be good news for them. As far as position players, George Mateo, who is an infielder/outfielder, uh, is on the shelf as of June the 10th. He has a left shoulder inflammation after a collision with another player during the field, and they put first baseman Ryan Mountcastle, a guy who has killed the Yankees, on the IL uh, with a hamstring strain. So they're pretty beat up also. Uh, I'm just going to talk about tonight's pitching matchup. I don't want to go into the long haul with all of them. I'll touch over them, but I want to be more in depth. Uh, Sugo is 5-4 on the season. He has a 3.38 ERA with 46 strikeouts. He features six pitches, like most Japanese pitchers. Uh, he's running a four-seamer at 92 miles an hour, so it's nothing incredibly fast. He throws a sinker at 87. Uh, most of his pitches are in the 80s. He has a cutter, a sinker, slider. Uh, the pluses that he has is he has good movement on his off-speed pitches, and he doesn't tend to walk people, and they're not really hitting him hard. Uh, his negatives are he doesn't tend to strike anybody out. People are not whiffing after his stuff. He's always near the plate, and the opponent batting average against him is 290. So teams that are showing patience are hitting him well. We faced him in late April, and he ended up handing us our butts. Actually, he ended up winning. He went 5 innings, gave up 5 hits, 1 walk, didn't give up any earned runs, and had 8 strikeouts. Uh, that Sugo is different than the one that's been out there the last two starts. He hasn't made 5 innings in either one of them. He has one no decision and a loss. Uh, and he pitched against the A's and the Angels. In his last outing, he only managed 4 2/3 innings. He gave up 6 hits, 2 base on balls, a home run, and 3 earned runs, and he only had 4 strikeouts total. It's very, like I said, it's very light in the K neighborhood. All right. Let's see, bring up some comments. I hope Freed on tonight because it's going to be a tough one considering they didn't score against him last time. Yeah. And Jonathan, Yankees option left-handed pitcher Javian Sandridge to Scranton Wilkes-Barre. Yeah, he had a shuttle trip to New York and a round trip ticket for that afternoon because he didn't pitch for us. But I guess it kicks into effect his major league health insurance. And we'll bring up a comment from Graham. We somewhat helped Sagano last time. Every player was swinging for the fences. Yeah, yeah. Definitely no patience whatsoever at the plate. And it ended up biting us in the butt. We made a average pitcher who doesn't have a lot of velocity look like freaking Nolan Ryan. Max Fried is going to be on the bump for us tonight. He is 9-2 on the season. He has a 2.55 ERA and 90 strikeouts. So he's doing pretty decent with the strikeouts. Uh, as you know, Fried features 6 pitches. His primary is a four-seamer that he throws about 94 miles an hour. Unless he gets excited, then it goes up. He throws that about 48% of the time. All the other pitches work off the four-seamer. A sinker, curve, sweeper, change, and a cutter. He will figure out what works for him, and he will go with it from there. He's our staff ace, and if you look at his attributes, there really aren't any attributes that aren't in the red or well above average. So he doesn't really have any discernible weakness. Is it a 189? I guess I wrote that down wrong. All right. This season, Fried has not faced the O's. In his last outing, he took a loss versus the Red Sox. Not that he pitched and didn't deserve it. We ended up losing 2-0, so the Yankees gave him absolutely no run support. In his last outing, he went 7 innings, gave up 6 hits, 2 walks, 2 earned runs, a homer, and he had 9 strikeouts. So those are numbers that definitely were good enough to win. And for the game 2 matchup, they have Zach Eflin on the bump. He's 6-3 on the season, just coming off the injured list, and he has a 4.81 ERA. It's a decent win record, not so great when it comes to ERA. All right, let's see. Bring up a couple of comments. Yeah, Graham says they all thought that it was hittable. Patience to me is key, isn't going deep, making him throw a lot of pitches out of the game even faster. Well, that would be the ideal thing, patient at bats, get his pitch count up, and the Orioles bullpen is decimated. They've got Sir Anthony Dominguez and Felix Bautista in the back end, and if you get to them early, the middle relief arms are not good. Let's see, Jake. Last AA outing for Stroman, 3 1/3 innings, 3 runs, 2 hits, walk. Probably use him as starter. Hope he's not crappy every game he pitches. Well, that would be a plus because it would make a good selling point for him. Eflin is going to match up against Clark Schmidt. Clark Schmidt is 3-3 on the season with a 3.16 ERA. Schmidt does well against light hitting teams, and the Orioles are definitely a light hitting team. A lot of injuries, and I think that he'll fare well. The only thing that Schmidt has to do is stay out of the middle of the plate. There's a distinct possibility that we take game 2. Although, if you listen to Joe from NY Yankee Mania, he tends to say that we have bad luck on Saturday games. So take for it what you will. I just think we haven't played well. Our game 3 matchup is going to have Dean Kremer for the Orioles. He's 6-7 on the season, has a 4.30 ERA, and he'll be locking it up with Will Warren. 4-4. He has a 4.83 ERA. And hey, Landon, how's it going? 4th rate. And for rookie pitchers, he leads the league in strikeouts. So he's got something to show. He's still growing and learning how to be a major league starter. I'm pretty confident. Kremer's had off and on success with us, more off than he has on. A lot of that, he throws a lot of junk balls, and a lot of that comes when we don't have patient at bats. Hopefully, we've learned our lesson after getting kicked in the head for the last 10 days, and the guys will show. It started to show yesterday, us banging 11 hits out. That's funny, Graham. I'm going to pull up the season stat counts for both the Yankees and the Orioles, and then I'm going to open this up for the for people to come up into the open panel. Blah 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 blah. And these are the season totals for the Orioles. If you look at their ERA is a 4.92, 27th in the league. Home runs 101, 28th in the league. WHIP is 1.42, 27th in the league. And their batting average against them is 269, 28th in the league. So they are in the bottom 10% of every pitching category on the planet. And that basically tells you that their rotation and bullpen stink. However, when it comes to playing the Yankees, those numbers can all be thrown out because we make them look like freaking superstars. Hopefully, we do what we do best, and that's hit. If you look at the team's counts for hitting, 240 average, below league average, 21st in the league, 297 runs, 23rd in the league, 87 home runs, 11th in the league. That's a plus for him. 308 on base percentage, 22nd in the league, and 397 slug, 15th in the league. So basically, what you're looking at here is a team that just doesn't hit very well consistently. They score a lot of their runs via the long ball. So if we stay out of the middle of the plate, I think we'll fare well against them. And if we look at their hitting and pitching heroes, Kramer has 6 wins. Eflin has 6 wins. Okay, fine. Sugano has a 3.38 ERA, and the next guy is near the top of 4s. If you look at their Ks, Charlie Morton, who we won't be facing, is leading them. Cade Pavich, who is on the IL, we won't be facing him. 65 strikeouts and 46 for Sugano. So they're not a very intense strikeout team. If you look at their batting averages, Ryan O'Hearn leads them with a 301. Cedric Mullin with 12 home runs. And he also leads in RBIs. You look at the rest of the lineup with regard to hitting heroes and whatnot, they're just not there. I mean, there's not a lot that you can really jump for joy about if you're an O's fan. Personally, I don't understand how we don't thump these guys every time we face them, but they have like the magic touch or something. I don't know. And let's look at our New York Yankees. This one may be scary after 10 days worth of, oh my God. But we will bring it up. Let us see. ERA 3.52, 8th in the league. Not bad. 74 home runs, 8th in the league. Not bad. 118 whip, 3rd in the league. Not bad. And batting average against is a 218. That is very good. 1st in the league. Even after not scoring any runs in 3 straight games and minimal runs in a 8-day span, our batting average is a 253, 7th in the league. Runs, 379, 3rd in the league. Home runs, 113, 2nd in the league. On base, 336, 2nd in the league. Slugging, 449, 2nd in the league. Last 3 were all firsts. And I guess we can look at our heroes. Judge average has dropped from damn near 400 to 366. Goldie is still hitting over 300. Judge once again, home run kebabs, 26 of them. Almost doubles the next player, Grish with 14. Judge has 60 RBIs. Wells has 44, Volpe has 40, and Belly has 32. As far as pitching stats, you're either going to see Fried or Rodon near the top of everything. All right, and that will do for the quick lookabout at the Yankees and the Orioles with regard to stats. And I am going to drop the link so anyone who wants to come up, we can do an open panel. I see that word Jobu. Funny, Graham. Funny, funny, funny. But before anyone hops on, I want to thank y'all for being here. It is Friday. I know a lot of people are still at work. And those that are off early, had a rope yarn and whatnot. Appreciate you taking time to be here in the stream, supporting the channel. If you haven't, please hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe and share the channel out. Like I said earlier, we were at 131 subscribers, and we're looking for our next milestone of 150. So anything that you guys can do, it'd be most appreciated. What do y'all want to talk about? If nobody wants to hop up into the open panel, I'll shut it down. However, give it a few minutes and whatnot. Let's see. Hey, I'm not talking to him. Shit let me down. Bregman didn't get signed in Japan. He was late moving to Devers. I think I'm in left field on that one, Graham. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'll tell you the thing that disappointed me the most in yesterday's game. Okay, Graham, I got it. Was the Volpe at second, Wells at first. 3-2 count on DJ. 2 outs. So you know obviously the runners are going to be released. So what does Wells do? He takes off before the pitch is thrown, and pitcher throws to first. Wells dives in head first to second base. Of course, you can't have 2 runners on the bag at the same time. And Volpe is left hung out to dry. So he takes off for third and gets gunned. You hear a massive amount of boos. Volpe has been taking crap about that play over the last day and a half. And it was something that wasn't even his fault. So I got to shake my head about that one. And the other big bitch that I have is the first inning challenge that the Yankees had. Actually, I had a lot of questions. I don't understand. We had 2, maybe 3 different views of Bellinger sliding into third and him beating Noto stepping on the bag. How do you have 7 people in New York looking at the footage and say that he is not safe? We lost our challenge in the first inning, and that was ridiculous. And it was clearly a safe call. That one agitated me beyond all belief. And the whole point is we've had 3, maybe 4 calls that have been reviewed by New York against us. All clearly they were wrong. From the I have my first taker to be a guest on the stage, and I will bring him up. Hello, Sean. Glad to see you in the Army shirt. PT, good for you, good for me. Hoorah.
Right.
Or it's Army, it's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Army's cool, but sometimes I like hurrah better. But the well, oh no, yeah, I agree with you on the whole Volpe Wells. Wells was too far leaning before the throws even, and the guy's a left-handed pitcher. You know, Wells knew better. And Volpe shouldn't have been the only one to get all the frustration from fans. And
Man, they've been putting crap sandwiches on him, like I said, for a day and a half. I want him out of
oh yeah,
town. Trade Volpe now. He's garbage. Blah blah blah. This. It's like holy shit. I wonder what would happen if he actually did something wrong.
yeah. um, but yeah,
I mean,
him.
we got Graham talking about
But
Joe Boo. We got Graham talking about Joe Boo. How many
yeah.
Yankee fans have their little Volpe dolls, voodoo dolls, sticking him right now?
Well, not just that. I mean, then you had Dominguez had those the base running errors a few games ago. You
He
know, and
had it.
then yeah, it's been like everyone on the team pretty much has just had these I
Mental
don't know,
brain farts.
remedial lapse.
Call him
Yeah,
a
mental
brain
brain
fart.
farts. And yeah, and then also the whole Bellinger thing. I mean that the replay booth in New York, they really screwed the pooch on that one because it was like you could tell through every replay as they're showing it, and we only get 2 angles. They get 7, you know. But I think what it is a lot of times there's the call on the field has some kind of dictation on whether the replay gets overturns it or not. Not all the time, but yeah, it does have some kind of preference, I guess.
Let's see. FJ's comment. I'm more pissed off that Boone refused to acknowledge that there were base running mistakes. Well, honestly, FJ, you've seen Boone for what, 7 seasons now, and he doesn't throw players under the bus. Just not his management style. It's not the way he is. Definitely the exact polar opposite of Joe Girardi, who would throw you under the bus in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah. No, Boone has that he has this style where he probably pulls him aside and he may chew him out in private or something. Um, then but publicly he's gonna back his players. He's gonna defend his players. You
Goal!
know, that's just how he's always been.
Well, that's military
But
leadership
yeah,
101. You praise in public and you hammer them in private. And long and short, no matter what the fans think or say,
right.
nobody knows what's going on in the locker room except for the players because he's not doing it in front of the media. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, here's a good
Well, I
one from
mean, we
Grant.
all remember how Joe Torre was.
Billy Martin would kick your ass on the field, as demonstrated with the fight with Reggie Jackson in the dugout.
Oh yeah, but I mean, Billy Martin was also a hothead as a player.
Yeah. And let's see, FJ, the mistakes just keep happening. Doesn't seem like
And
he's
then
making players take any accountability, even in private, if it keeps happening. Well, what is your measure of accountability? Is accountability not playing on the team? Uh, is accountability taking personal fines that the public knows nothing about? I don't know. I don't have that answer. All right. Are you there, Sean? Are you frozen?
Yeah. The other thing too is, and I was seeing how Graham was talking about it's you inviting. I mean, look how long it took him for the bench Glaber for his lackadaisical defense. And he only benched him for what? A game and a half?
Yeah. Hey, Cold Italian Pizza. Appreciate you
And
being
yeah,
in.
FJ, it can be done.
I mean, personally,
You
when
know,
Dominguez had his brain
it,
fart
it,
and
it
forgot
can
what
be done that you
when Dominguez had his brain fart and forgot what what the strike count was and got gunned in the Red Sox series, he would have taken a U-turn for me personally and went straight to the locker room because I'd have jerked a knot in that monkey's tail and sent him packing that day. Uh,
oh yeah.
Rice did the same thing. He would
But
have
at the
been
same time,
he'd have made a quick trip to
mm-hmm.
the locker room too. Uh, Hell, Volpe and some of his errors would have made a quick trip to the locker room. I'd have jerked his ass out of the game too. But it's a different management style.
And I mean, we all remember how Joe Torre was. Uh, you know, he didn't really bench you mid game or make a public showing of criticizing the players. But when you hear how all the players talk about him, you can tell he held them accountable. But they also held themselves accountable. And I know the team was different back then in the 90s than it is today, but some people have just different leadership styles.
Definitely true with regard to the leadership. Hey, Yassine, uh, let's see. Volpe has the most errors as a shortstop in the major leagues. Actually, I haven't looked at the error count, so I can't really speak to that. I honestly don't know. I know it seems like he has definitely errors at uncanny times. So, Sean, how are you feeling about this upcoming series with the O's?
Well, given our recent play, I mean, I feel good in the sense that, I mean, our bats woke up, but given our recent play against AL East rivals and how, we've been doing this Jekyll and Hyde thing, um, I know we're going to get fits. It's going to be a tough series. We're going to get played hard by the Orioles. But I think we're going to pull about 2 out of 3 against the Orioles. Um, and we should, but I mean the offense is just gonna have to step it up like they were in the beginning of the season. Not like they were during the 6-game skid. Um, but we last night you saw, or yesterday afternoon we saw better at bats, better overall approaches, and we kept tacking on runs, and that's what we're gonna have to do. You know,
I mean, for me,
is
in yesterday's
find a
game,
way to.
it was still a reliance on the long ball,
Right.
and that's something that my preference would be to get away from it. We scored our first run, with good situational hitting. Uh, we got robbed on a call and still scored a run to even the game up. Uh, All the rest of our runs were basically accounted for by the long ball. Judge hit a double
Yeah.
yesterday, which should have been a strikeout. So hopefully that woke him up a little bit. Let's see. Graham, we always have a June swoon. Don't ask me why, but we do. Then we wake up again. Yeah, Graham, we have faltered in the June July time frame over the last 3 or 4 seasons, but it's usually because of pitching. Pitching hasn't been good, and we've gotten hammered. Well, that's not the case this time. It's the exact polar opposite. Our hitting has
No.
dissipated. I mean, honestly, I understand that Judge's back is probably sore because he's been carrying the team the entire season. But when Judge went into a slump, all eight, at least 7 of the other hitters went into a nosedive right with him. I've never seen
Right.
a complete lineup drop dead like we did over the last 10 days.
No. Yeah. That was pretty much what it was. I mean, as Judge goes, so goes the offense. And but I think honestly, Paul Goldschmidt should be our leadoff guy, leadoff hitter. I mean, I know we keep leadoff hitting.
I'm honestly, I'm not sure about that one. I know that I don't want Trent Grisham to be the leadoff hitter, but Goldie smashes against left-handed pitching. He is hitting like 471 or something like that against left-handed pitchers. But when you switch to the polar opposite and he's hitting against right-handed pitchers, he's hitting like 230.
Right.
So,
but you know, he's professional. I mean, but also, Wells only got 1 game leadoff. But do I really want to? Because he'll be like, "Hey, have 1 9-pitch at bat," and then the next time he's first pitch swinging. Do I really want that right in front of Judge?
well, that's something that we've seen a lot of this season is 1-pitch outs. In yesterday's game, we had Volpe 1-pitch out, followed by Wells with a 1-pitch out, and then DJ ended up he made an out also, but he had at least 7 pitches, so at least raise the pitch count some. Let's see.
Right.
Wondering if at the end of the game Jazz made the bunt call on his own.
But yeah, I mean, but other than, I mean, our Goldschmidt most.
Actually, that was addressed during a post-game interview, and Jazz didn't make that call on his own. Third base coach gave him the signal, and I'm assuming that probably came from Boone. But throughout the game, you saw several people at least making bunt attempts. And another one from Jake.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. There were a ton of games that we won where Judge didn't have an RBI earlier in the season. So I think this was more a case that everyone's slumping at once, not because necessarily they needed Judge. Hey, NFE, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here, brother.
I mean, to Jake's point, Goldschmidt was already kind of in a slump, but he was kind of pulling out of it. Some of the teammates were already in a slump before Judge went into his mini slump. But yeah, it was just like the whole team didn't. There wasn't one person that really could back. And then the other times when Judge didn't really do much, you had Goldschmidt and Bellinger and you had like a couple other guys have like 2 or 3 hits. So you you know somebody in the lineup's got to pull the slack somewhere.
Yeah, without a doubt. But it's a 162 game season, and long and short, players are going to go into slumps. It happens. Uh, it happens across the board everywhere. So, all right, let's see. The Orioles and the Yankees have their lineup out tonight. So let's see.
All right.
For the Yankees this evening, we have Goldschmidt leading off, playing first base, followed by Grisham in center field hitting second. Judge is in the 3 hole, playing right field. Jazz is hitting 5, playing third base. Stanton is DHing. Dominguez is actually on the field, playing left field. Volpe is hitting 7th as shortstop. Wells is 8th as our catcher. And DJ is bringing up the rear at second base. So no Belly today and no Rice today.
Yeah. But I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that lineup because you can use Bellinger off the bench if we need be.
And Jake, I don't understand having Grisham at the top of the lineup. It's sort of funny, Jake. I equate Grisham as like a cat. He's like a cat person. The damn guy has 9 lives. Every time he starts to really stink it up, he comes through and does something really good that keeps him in the starting lineup. I.e., his 2-run bomb last night or yesterday afternoon. My preference, if we're actually going to play the game, Dominguez is our future. Grisham is probably going to end up leaving in free agency this year. Long and short, I don't know why we would consider investing a lot of time with Grisham because I don't see us bringing him back. And Dominguez is going to be there. Bellinger is just as good an outfielder. And if we feel the need to bring Grisham in as a defensive replacement, then so be it. But honestly, Dominguez has been playing a much better left field. He's made some real good plays, smart decisions with routes taking it to ball, and honestly, I just don't have a complaint about Dominguez's approach in left field. If I have an issue, it's probably dealing with Dominguez hitting from the right-hand side of the plate. He's hitting over 300 from the left-hand side of the plate, and when you put him on the right-hand side of the plate or hitting righty, he's ballpark like 150 or so, something like that. Very, very large disparity. And I don't know, in baseball, there seems to be an adage, if you're a left-handed hitter, you can't hit left-handed pitching, and that's straight garbage. We had Rizzo with the team last year who hit left-handers very well. You've got Belly this year on our team, and he hits left-handers equally as well.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, and then you got Bellinger. He hits lefties pretty well.
Let's see. Grisham probably has.
I don't have the numbers exactly. But also with Grisham, he's kind of having like 9 lives. I don't know what it offensive, but he's got a speed component leadoff part. Um, but yeah, but his defense, his gold star defense, is really keeping him in the starting rotation.
And let's see, Graham. Yeah, there were a couple of articles that proposed trades with Dominguez. I think that's clickbait crap. I don't see Dominguez going anywhere.
Then, you know, speculation from a lot of these beat writers slash so-called baseball insider experts. They just want to throw out names just to get um, their name mentioned.
And Jake, with regard to having Dominguez as a leadoff hitter, I proposed that several times. A lot of folks have told me that I'm nuts, but I think he gets plenty of looks at pitches, uh, which helps people down the line further. He does make decent contact, and he's got speed. So all the aspects are there for being a leadoff hitter. Let's see, Graham. Yeah, like it says, it's a modern thing. It's not anything from the past. But
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like the last 10 years or so that, for whatever reason, managers and analytics, they all believe that lefties can't hit lefties. But yeah,
are you still here, Sean, or are you locked up? Yeah, Jake, I don't understand that either. It seems like every time somebody gets multiple hits, I don't care about the damn scheduled off days. If the player's hot, play the hand that he's got. Yeah. All right, folks. We have passed the hour time frame on this stream, so I'm going to shut it down here in a couple secs. Uh, Appreciate everyone being here. If you haven't, please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed,
hello.
and share the channel out. Oh, you're back?
Yeah. Sometimes I don't know if it's just a dead spot that I have in this house. Sometimes it just um freezes here and there. But the what I was trying to say is yeah, they sit players sometimes after they had like a 3-for-4 game or 2-for-3, whatever. I'm like, I know that Boone's trying to manage everybody getting playing time, but there's got to be a little more um, better hot game. Because I mean, what are you gonna do when the whole team has like a route? You know,
That was Mama Bear telling me she's on her way home. So the boss is showing. Uh, yeah, like I says, it's been an odd season. Sean, if you can hear it, okay. Guess Sean is gone. All right. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this stream down. Just some programming notes for you. There will not be a pregame show on NY Yankee Mania at 4 o'clock. I will be on sharply at 7 for the play-by-play for this evening's Orioles versus the Yankees. If you have time, please stop by, give a shout out, hit the like button, and let us know that you're alive. Appreciate all that you do. Yassine, do I think the Yankees lack a sense of urgency in big games? No, I don't. I think that they tend to have mental lapses inopportunely in division games. All right, let's see. Sean is back, so we'll add him real quick. All right, you're alive.
Yeah. Sorry about that. It just was lagging, so I just hit the refresh button.
Hey Max.
But yeah,
welcome to the stream.
Hey, Max. I don't know if NFE's still in the stream. I don't know if they want to go in there. All right, come on up.
No, I'm about to shut this one down. But I was saying that Joe at NY Yankee Mania is not going to have a pregame today, and I'll be doing the calls for this evening's game at 7. Post game, Joe is going to do on NY Yankee Mania immediately following the game, and late night with Jason Custodio, he will do another post game about 30 to 45 minutes after the game. Always great content there. And like I said, there are a lot of play-by-play guys out there. As a matter of fact, let's see. I am actually sporting a Max Coverage TV T-shirt that came from his merch store because he's one of my brothers and showed me a lot of love and support, helping me establish my own streams. Got to give him some shout out and love, most appreciated. But final words, Sean, before we lock it down.
Okay.
I guess Sean has left the building once again.
Yeah, no, I echo the same thing with Max Coverage. Even NFE, he does his. Hello.
Yep, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you.
No, I was just saying a shout out to Max and other guys. Other guys, they have great play-by-play. Max, Ace. There's different other ones. Ken even does a great job. So if you guys get tired of hearing, NFE too. But if you guys get tired of hearing Michael K talking about foods and whatnot, instead of calling the game, you can go to these guys and with the Yankee fan family, we chat, have a great time playing the game. And hey, Yankees, let's show up, take care of business against the Orioles, do your job.
All right, and I'm going to close this one down with my customary "Let's go Yankees," and we will see y'all in the funny papers. Have a great afternoon. Hope to see you in the live play-by-play. Appreciate y'all's support. You guys make this channel what it is. Thank you very much, and have a great afternoon.